This Mentor Meet Camp, not just a great opportunity for the kids to come out here and meet the players, but the players being out here on the field, they're starting to get the itch. They're all ready for training camp. Before the first period was over, the Flyers already found themselves in a 3-goal deficit. Some fans were ready to rid themselves of the mustaches and playoff beards, but not in Philadelphia, not for this Flyers team. Having played a mere 5 games for the Phantoms last season, Gustafsson really expecting to get a lot more experience this year, and that's something that can help him attain his greatest goal. If Philadelphia wants to become a major landmark in the PGA Tour scene, it has its first 2 opportunities in 2010 and 2011 with the AT&T National. At 5'11" and 195 pounds, you wouldn't expect to see Erik Gustafsson on the blue line. If you saw his stats, you'd probably assume he's a forward. But Gustafsson joins a growing list of promising defensive prospects for the Flyers, and he's thrilled to be in his first NHL camp.
It's been a lot of fun, and it's nice to meet all the guys. Everyone's real nice, and they take good care of us, and it's been a joy so far.
Signed in March, the Sweden native played 3 years at Northern Michigan, netting 7 goals and 86 assists in 123 games for the Wildcats. His offensive prowess continued in the AHL, scoring 2 goals in his first 5 games as a Phantom. He hopes that offensive scoring touch can be what sets him apart.
I think when I got into Northern, I got a lot of trust, and the coaches trusted in me and gave me a lot of chances. So I have to thank them for a lot. They gave me the opportunity to play my game, and I don't know. I always think pass first. I don't know why, but it's I like giving the guys next to me a good opportunity to score.
Having played a mere 5 games for the Phantoms last season, Gustafsson really expecting to get a lot more experience this year, and that's something that can help him attain his greatest goal.
I think I played real well. I mean, I was really nervous all 5 games. I mean, you meet new guys, and you play stronger, more physical. It's a more physical game up there in the A. So it was a lot of fun. It's a good experience for me, and I think it will help me this year.
What are your goals for this season?
I want to get some experience. Obviously, I want to develop my game in all aspects, and I'm going to work as hard as I can. I want to get to the highest level. So that's my goal. Whether it happens this year or 3 years or 4 years from now, I'm not in a rush, but I'm going to work as hard as I can to get there.
The Flyers have almost a logjam now on the blue line with all of their defensive prospects, but with the scoring touch that Erik Gustafsson has, maybe one day he too will make the big club. In Voorhees, Dave Isaac, Philly.com Sports.
Every day you just see a little bit more of Aaron there. I mean, he is just trying so hard to come out to be back with us again.
Aaron Stid was a 21-year-old Penn State student and fraternity member. He was looking forward to graduation. Then one October night in 2006, his life changed forever.
When the phone rings at 4:30 in the morning, you know it's not good. You just don't know who it's going to be. But I remember that I was just shaking all over.
The call was from State College Police, telling the Stids that their son had been in a serious accident. Aaron Stid and Richard Smith were crossing South Atherton Street when a heavily intoxicated student hit them with his Buick Skylark, leaving Stid severely injured and killing Smith at the scene. Richard Smith was a recent graduate of West Chester University and was working in Conshohocken as a network analyst. The 2 victims didn't even know one another. Stid suffered brain trauma that left him without the ability to speak or use his legs. Not only did this affect Aaron, but forever altered the lives of his parents, Connie and Jay.
I often as he laid there, thought about the pride.
Good job.
Aaron has been in physical therapy ever since and continues to make strides every day. Although he probably won't regain all of his abilities, those around him have high hopes that he can at least make a partial recovery. Penn State University has supported the Stids greatly throughout their rough period. Aaron has had many visitors, ranging from his friends and classmates to Penn State football players, and even legendary head coach Joe Paterno.
Meant the difference between getting through the rough days and getting over those significant hurdles, the emotional roller coaster, they're there to help balance that out. So they've been tremendous help.
My hope at this point in time is that his recovery isn't that long, that it is a shorter period of time, and that he can become, a productive young man. Hopefully go back to school and get his degree.
Heading down the Broad Street line for sports, both the Flyers and Sixers in action Thursday as they shared a day-night doubleheader down at the Wachovia Center. The Fly guys, they were happy to be home after a season-long 6-game road trip. The Orange and Black returned against the Wild, and Scotty Upshall takes it all the way in, nearly untouched, and roofs it over Nicholas Backstrom. His 6th goal of the year is the icing on the cake. The Flyers win this one 3-1. As the team congratulates Marty Biron, they also celebrate being 11-0-2 at home in their last 13 games. And the Sixers were in action as well. They took on the Charlotte Bobcats and former coach Larry Brown. Bobcats relied heavily on their big man Emeka Okafor. He had a game-high 24 points, 11 rebounds, but it was all about Andre Iguodala. Here his acrobatics take him all the way to the hoop. The Sixers win 93-87 to complete the Wachovia Center doubleheader. They'll take their 3-game win streak down south. They tip off at 2 o'clock on Sunday against the Atlanta Hawks. The Sixers weren't the only ones hitting the hardwood tonight. The 8th graders from L.J. Stevens Middle School in Wilmington took it to their teachers tonight, at least on the court anyway. The annual event was canceled last year, but glad to see they got it in this year. The game featured our own Mark Owens, who took a roster spot on the faculty side. The night raised more than $1,500 for new educational software. As for the game, the teachers won 27-25, but the students made it interesting. They pushed it to overtime. I'm sure they couldn't have won that game without Mark being on that faculty lineup. Thanks very much for tuning into this news break. I'm Dave Isaac, and we'll see you next time.